7% of Canadian entrepreneurs are about to make the exact same 3 mistakes during these workforce adjustments. And I know exactly what they are because I've studied 3,000 years of economic patterns. But here's what is really fascinating, eh? Your brain is literally wired to make these exact errors right now. And if you understand why, you can rewire your thinking to see opportunities where others see only threats. I want you to think about the last time you felt completely overwhelmed in your business. That moment when you looked at your to-do list and thought, I just can't do this all myself anymore. That feeling right there, that's your brain's survival instinct kicking in, and it's about to lead you straight into mistake number 1. Mistake number 1, delegating the wrong tasks first. And here's why your brain tricks you into this. When you're stressed and overwhelmed, your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, basically goes offline, and your amygdala, the fear center, takes over. So you start delegating whatever feels most urgent and overwhelming, which is almost never what's actually most important for growth. Let me show you what this looks like in the real world here in Canada. Meet David from Toronto. David runs a consulting firm and was exactly where you might be right now, working 80-hour weeks, revenue stuck at $45,000 a month, constantly putting out fires, and his brain was screaming, "Delegate something, anything!" So he hired an assistant to handle his scheduling and emails. Sounds logical, right? But here's where it gets really interesting. David saved 10 hours a week on admin work, but his revenue stayed exactly the same, because he was still doing all the high-value work himself. His brain had tricked him into solving the wrong problem. He reduced his stress, but didn't increase his results. Then we did something most entrepreneurs never do. We applied what I call mathematical mindfulness. We calculated the exact ROI per hour for every single activity in his business, and discovered something that will probably surprise you. If David delegated just 2 sales calls per week to a trained salesperson, that would generate more additional revenue than saving 10 hours on admin work. So we flipped the script completely. David kept doing his own emails, but hired a part-time salesperson to handle initial client consultations. And the results were mind-blowing. Within 60 days, his revenue went from $45,000 to $89,000 per month, with fewer hours worked, because we stopped letting his amygdala drive business decisions and started letting data drive them. Now here's where it gets really psychological. Mistake number 2 is even more insidious because it feels so virtuous, trying to do everything yourself to save money. I want you to notice something right now. When you hear about cutting costs during uncertain times, does it feel responsible? Prudent? Like the right thing to do? That feeling is your brain's scarcity mindset taking over. Take Sarah from Vancouver. When she saw the market adjustments happening, her scarcity mindset screamed, "Cut everything, save money!" So she canceled her virtual assistants, stopped her project management software, and decided to do everything herself. But then we looked at the numbers and discovered something incredible. Every hour Sarah spent on client project management was costing her $347 in lost opportunity, because during that same hour, she could be closing new business worth thousands. Her brain was focused on saving pennies while missing thousands of dollars. So we did the exact opposite of what felt responsible. We actually increased her investment in delegation. The result? Her agency went from $62,000 to $187,000 per month in 6 months, because we rewired her from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking, from employee mindset to owner mindset. Now the third mistake is the silent business killer, ignoring the mathematical signals in your own data. And this happens because of something called confirmation bias. Your brain naturally looks for information that confirms what you already believe. So if you believe times are tough, you'll see evidence everywhere, but you'll miss the opportunities hidden in your own numbers. I saw this with a digital marketing agency in Calgary. The owner was spending 25 hours per week on client reporting because he knew clients needed detailed weekly updates. But when we actually tested this belief with data, we discovered clients who received monthly simplified reports were actually more satisfied and stayed longer. His brain had been lying to him this whole time, so we automated the reporting process, saved him 20 hours per week, and he used that time to land 2 new enterprise clients worth $15,000 per month. That's the power of questioning your brain's automatic assumptions. Now here's your psychological toolkit for the current economic transition. First, recognize when your amygdala is driving decisions versus your prefrontal cortex. Second, notice when scarcity mindset is making you cut strategic investments. Third, actively look for data that contradicts your current beliefs. If you want to apply this psychological framework to rewire your business thinking, I've created something special for Canadian entrepreneurs. It's a free calculator that shows you exactly which tasks to delegate first based on mathematical ROI rather than emotional overwhelm. It takes less than 60 seconds and will give you a customized plan to stop your brain from sabotaging your growth. Remember, your brain is wired for survival, not for wealth creation. But when you understand the wiring, you can reprogram it. And that's exactly what separates entrepreneurs who thrive during uncertainty from those who struggle. So take action right now, because the biggest opportunity isn't in the market, it's in rewiring how you see the market.